my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. I'm doing me. Hey, I'm keep that with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Keep my distance from these suckers, I can't let them ruin me. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. 13 jumped off the porch with drugs, is insurance. Hey, I'm keep that with my feet up, keep that with my feet up. Keep that with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Hey, I'm keep that with my feet up, keep that with my feet up. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. Way to work naked like a skinny dipping, no crossing needed for this crucifixion. Fold out, couple screws missing. Paranoid, leaving superstition. No paper in the river fishing. Niggas stole what a nigga kitchen without a diamond still shine glistening. Sell around for everybody itching. Call it strong, trying to coalition. Mathematics, simple addition. Bad luck like a bad shit. One of the few still a better street, no matter what. Never act different, no GPS. Money back tripping. Money cup, yes, I'm back sipping. Like that's the kid, I guess I'm back to hey, yo, keep that with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Keep my distance from these suckers, I can't let them ruin me. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. 13 jumped off the porch with drugs, is insurance. Hey, yo, keep that with my feet up, keep that with my feet up. Keep that with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Hey, yo, keep that with my feet up, keep that with my feet up. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me.
I was riding in the tours, dreaming on the way. Got another little bun, then another day. Go by the explain, pop run it up. Back down with the dude, shot a triple A. Rear reach had a rally, used to run it up. Ball run it up, watch step run it up. I'm a star cloud now, I'm a elevate. Roll run the show, money get it straight up. Glad brother finna kill, have me run away. Riding on the show, 9 person on the day. I would count money way back on the day. 700 up, boy, money boy train. HD lifestyle, let me run it up. 400 rock on 100 up. Being legal, I cleared 34 days. Sick and tired of it, gotta
hey, yo, keep that with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Keep my distance from these suckers, I can't let them ruin me. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. 13 jumped off the porch with drugs, is insurance. Hey, yo, keep that with my feet up, keep that with my feet up. Keep that with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Hey, yo, keep that with my feet up, keep that with my feet up. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. Hey, yo, keep that with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Keep my distance from these suckers, I can't let them ruin me. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. 13 jumped off the porch with drugs, is insurance. Hey, yo, keep that with my feet up, keep that with my feet up. Keep that with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Hey, yo, keep that with my feet up, keep that with my feet up. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me.
No, oh, no, oh, no, oh. Niggas don't talk no more. Niggas don't walk no more. Niggas don't want no smoke. They saying my name, look in the mirror. Shout it 3 times and I might appear. These niggas is lame, die for the fame. Rerouted my ship like a buccaneer. I play my position, trust my intuition. Move when it's time like the minute hand. I'm snoozing the clock, I be tired, man. I run up the check like a Nike fan. I get it to go, I Uber my eats. Bread on the move, the debit truck. Say what you want, I'm making my plays. I'm deaf to the drama, I don't give a fuck. I blocked out the chatter, my pockets got fatter. I'm serving them up like a tennis ball. I'm close to the net, I can't hear it all. I'm killing them easily, fitting all. I carry my cannon cause niggas be plotting. Watching and planning, they wildin' out. You thinking it's sweet, get tricked off the streets. No pussy, they be only dialing out. The harder the head, the softer the air. Grandmama told you, go take a seat. I'm pinching my pennies, I wanted a Bentley. You rapping and broke, boy talking cheap. Speaking in riddles, your vocab is little. Passing out threats like a python. What you saying is cap, tag on your head. Shooting your code with a price gun. They claiming they grown, but ain't got their own. A clone with a phone, pocket down. In all of the movies, the villain gon' die. Him all alone, Joker smile. No, oh, no, oh, no, oh. Niggas don't talk no more. Niggas don't walk no more. Niggas don't joke no more. No, oh, no, oh, oh, no. Niggas don't talk no more. Niggas don't walk no more. Niggas don't want no smoke. No, oh, no, oh, no, oh. Niggas don't talk no more. Niggas don't walk no more. Niggas don't joke no more. No, oh, no, oh, no, oh. Niggas don't talk no more. Niggas don't walk no more. Niggas don't want no smoke.
If mama died, he apologize. He's not who he's televised. I tell a lie just to liar, liar. His pants on fire, no liar, liar. Fuck friends, fuck family, fuck niggas, a lot of enemies. He go back and forth with the best of them. Straight drop, he tested them. All my niggas, they gang bang. If you don't see me with it, we insane gang. Number one rule, no hating, man. Niggas mad about donations, man. No, 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 no. JJ ain't pull up yet. Nike on my feet, he ain't got no check. Pussy ass niggas still living no smoke.
Don't want no more. Certified student, grip the Mac like a pro. Posted up, pocket full of dimes at the store. Mr. Double Up, got nothing for the low. Close out, sell, everything gotta go. Yes, sir, everything gotta go. I used to be cool with a nigga from the south, but he always run his mouth packing just like a hoe. Now what, bitch? Put it all on the floor. Better watch your mouth, cause you know you a hoe. Dressing all black, 3 killers at the door. Make a ghost at the mob, bitch, I really want to smoke. Now what, nigga? You a pussy, you a joke. Setting 4 shots like a nigga ripping folk. Dressing all black, 3 killers at the door. Make a ghost at the mob, bitch, I really want to smoke. Stink game.
No, oh, no, oh, no, oh. Nigga don't talk no more. Nigga don't walk no more. Niggas don't joke no more. No, oh, no, oh, oh, no. Niggas don't talk no more. Niggas don't walk no more. Niggas don't want no smoke. No, oh, no, oh, no, oh. Niggas don't talk no more. Niggas don't walk no more. Niggas don't joke no more. No, oh, no, oh, no, oh. Niggas don't talk no more. Niggas don't walk no more. Niggas don't want no smoke.
Staying feeling. Oh God, man, I hate that bitch. Oh God, I don't give a fuck. I hate her guts. She can suck my dick. Oh God, fuck her boyfriend Tommy. He can get it too. Real unspoken purpose. Fuck your entire crew. Oh God, PP stay talking. Now she getting sued. Corporate lunches, drone on edges, stressed out eating food. Bitch, she was fucking her uncle. Fucking him night and day. She slept in the bed with him. She even called him babe. She was fucking her uncle. Fucking him night and day. Then she got pregnant. Had to send the child away. I can't stand feelings. Oh God, man, I hate that bitch. Oh God, I don't give a fuck. I hate her guts. She can suck my dick. Oh God, fuck her boyfriend Tommy. He can get it too. Real unspoken purpose, fuck your entire crew. Oh God, PP stay talking. Now she getting sued. Corporate lunches, drone on edges, stressed out eating food. Bitch, she was fucking her uncle. Fucking him night and day. She slept in the bed with him. She even called him babe. She was fucking her uncle. Fucking him night and day. Then she got pregnant, had to send the child away. She was fucking her uncle, fucking him night and day. She slept in the bed with him, she even called him babe. Had to send her away. She was fucking her uncle, fucking him night and day. Then she got pregnant, had to send the child away. She sent her away. She was fucking her uncle, fucking him night and day. She slept in the bed with him, she called him babe. She was fucking her uncle. Ooh, fucking him night and day. That shit MoneyBoy. Then she got pregnant. Had to send the child away. Ooh. Ooh, yeah.
Whole team shining, we stars, big dipping. Get a lot of haystack gang in the sip. Niggas ain't real, nigga. Nope. You gotta feel me, nigga. Yep. Smile in my face behind my back, you tryna kill me, nigga. Damn. You say you got beef, then what you wanna do? What? You screaming, fuck me, nah, nigga, fuck you. Bitch. You ain't hard at me. Nope. Couple kick dough, couple robberies. Nigga get extorted, get aborted, he don't pay the fee. Posted in the north, got the 2 to 4 recipe. I be cooking chicken, bitch, not talking rotisserie. I got all my hater, man, I know that they sick of me. Who the fuck he think he is, motherfucker MP3? I honestly pay him no attention. attention, they up under me. Haters call me Visa cause I'm everywhere they wanna be. Ladies, man, catch me with more honeys than a bumblebee. Say she got a husband, but she always wanna suck the D. State gang, true sipper, who these niggas wanna be. I've been getting money since a younger. I've been pushing peace, stay strapped. Gotta watch your back when you're in the streets. Friends turn to foes, never know who your enemy. I was in Detroit, he ain't keep the same energy. West side down the slide, I don't think he feeling me. I was on some demon time, nigga talking about killing me. They no business, let's see all that shit that you gon' do to me. Come outside, why you scared? I thought that you been a G. We don't bluff, we pulling up, we different down in Tennessee. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white square, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white square, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. I got an old school bitch, call her Aretha. Shawty so fine, shawty she a keeper. Smoke that reefer, preferred by the quarter. I do this for my kids, my sons and my daughter. Get treated like a king. Hoes call me sire. One look like Lotto, the other look like Maya. My plug, he ain't playing, he only talking the numbers. I cop it, whip it, and ship it. My money coming in bundles. Different flavors of kush, orange, grape, and apple. If a nigga try me, it's gonna be a disaster. Dope money and bitches, pimp robbers and snitches. It's all in my hood. My homies say that I'm gifted, I really can't complain. Shit starting to change, a product of my environment. Tell me who can I blame? Neck like a glacier, bought my shawty a bracelet. Money go glitter, that's why these niggas be hating. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Riding through the city, I'm with it, I got my 9 o'clock. If it really fit it, let's get it, I got the game locked. Green and white squares, been serving them on the same block. Dime piece with me, she foreign, she come from Bangkok. Whole team shining, we stars, big dipper. Get a lot of hate, state gang in the sip. State gang, the mob, true sippers, we in too deep. Money boy, money boy, money boy, trade. Money boy, money boy, money boy, trade. Money boy, money boy, money boy, trade. Stay with a bag, I'm cashing them check. 100 round, shooters on hit. Little nigga talking, but they not a threat. BB is damaged and pants on my neck. Jacking my spread. 4 up before, pop me a hit. I'm saucing, I'm dripping, I'm wet. I'm trending, I'm wicked, I'm fire, I'm hit. Stay with a bag, I'm cashing them check. 100 round, shooters on hit. Little nigga talking, but they not a threat. BB is damaged and pants on my neck. Jacking my spread. 4 up before, pop me a hit. I'm saucing, I'm dripping, I'm wet. I'm trending, I'm wicked, I'm fire, I'm hit. It's a go 10 and 4, it's a bit. On the ground, about to cook me a jet. Niggas mad when I stun and I flip. With precision, I'm gripping the jet. Burn a brain while I'm gripping the net. No dealings, I Joe on some tech. I'm a dog, it's a shame on my mess. Go hard and shout out to my ex. Play if I move it on to the net. Out in Brooklyn, course out with the net. I'm shining, I'm blessed. Like a weekend, they ripping a friend. VIP talking shit with some jet. Take it simple with Yankees and Mets. High fiving with guys in it. Don't ego, my life is the shit. Stay with a bag, I'm cashing them check. 100 round, shooters on hit. Little nigga talking, but they not a threat. BB is damaged and pants on my head. Jacking my spread. 4 up before, pop me a hit. I'm saucing, I'm dripping, I'm wet. I'm trending, I'm wicked, I'm fire, I'm hit. Stay with a bag, I'm cashing them check. 100 round, shooters on hit. Little nigga talking, but they not a threat. BB is damaged and pants on my head. Jacking my spread. 4 up before, pop me a hit. I'm saucing, I'm dripping, I'm wet. I'm trending, I'm wicked, I'm fire, I'm hit. I get it, I'm gon' pull off in a hurry. First through truck and sit into my stripping. No time to kick it, I'm busy, I'm working. I just suspended, I'm still out here serving. 30s and green, bitch, that's the rain. Pulling up train, form machine. Infrared beam, carbon 15. Money boy trade, that with no wing. My bottoms is red, robbers the green. Hold on my body, I feel like a stain. Go to one center, course I watch it clean. We rich and water, but up for the team. Fuck your opinion, that's all that I strain. I was 14 when I had a strain. Dollar sign, go for the green. Never just done it, go flip it on lean. Pop
pop me a bean. Swaggin', I'm fresh and I'm clean. Feeling like Jordan, I'm wearing Supreme. Rolling up, smoking Supreme. Infrared beam. Carbon 15. Precise like a surgeon, I won't miss a thing. 24/7, I'm flat with no wings, bitch. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How are y'all? It's Saturday, I think. I was taken aback by The Truth's Live when I heard that conversation that the lady had with the feds. Now, I fell asleep, I ain't gonna lie. I came in there, dropped my steaks. I fell asleep and woke up at 7. I'm very perplexed as to why. She told them people, she said, they doxed me. I don't recall Cheryl or her son ever doxing her. So she called the feds on Cheryl and her son and ended up telling on the state gang getting siblings. When did Cheryl dox her? I noticed a lot she said they, and I was like, who is they? It's just you arguing with Cheryl. They passing around. Where did you get proof that they passing around the damn video? You notice the Fed didn't care about the revenge porn because it's an adult and ain't nobody complain. This shit is getting weird, but it's scary just to know how these women will lie on you. They lie on males and females. They don't care. She woke up to lie to them folk. That shit is crazy. Anywho, since they doing all this hubbub about Diddy, I'm just curious as to how this documentary has been talked about for almost 2 weeks, and the feds ain't invaded nobody that had anything to do with this documentary. I'm just a bit perplexed how that is able to happen. I just want to know if y'all got any clues on how Dan Schneider and them can get away with this. Y'all let me know. That's what we're going to do tonight. I had to go through hell to get this video too, because if y'all noticed, I had set my live and then I canceled it because I thought I had the version on YouTube and it didn't play past 22 minutes, so I had to get a bootleg membership. So this is a pirated version of this documentary. I may get through. It's 4 or 5 episodes. I may get through them. They're like 43 minutes apiece. I plan on getting through 2 of them. I may get through all of them, just depending on if y'all still want to hear it. If y'all want to hit the link and come up and say something about what we about to hear, I'll drop it. I don't know what we about to hear. I've been hearing everybody talking about Dan Schneider as of late, and all these old clips from weird shit he did on the show surfaced. Like, the man clearly had a foot fetish, and he had no problem making the males and the females always reference, talk about, or do shit with feet. It's just weird. And I did not know, it was brought to my attention that Dan Schneider is actually the manager from Good Burger. He's the manager in that damn movie. See, I had it set up. Okay, there you go. If I say it disappeared, I had to download the Max app and some more shit to get this. And this is one of them times where I wanted to do the show so bad I had to go through extenuating circumstances to get the video. I did. Sorry, ops. I ain't got no time for y'all. Feel it, feel. If you want to believe I was in love with you and instead of roasting the shit out of you in all those videos, that's fine. But could you put some context on those videos? Most of those videos was me reviewing shit that you said everywhere else that you was at. What it do, Rachi? Got one of my homeboys in the chat. That's Phyllis.
most of those videos were made of me roasting you. And then when I started the what do you call it? When I started the Miss Robbie commentary, that was some more stuff. I just added it to the playlist, but it's not necessarily me just whatever you want to call it. But can you please tell the people when you put that up, when you show their playlist, the last time I did a video on you, ma'am? Could you do that? But if it makes you feel better that I was in love with you, you got it. No sweat off my back. If that makes you feel better, but I ain't got nothing for you. E. Brooks ain't got nothing for you. I don't know what you want. At this point, I don't know. Do you want me to make more lives about you? Not gonna happen. You want me to cuss you out some more? Not gonna happen. I don't know what you want me to do at this point. I just, could you let me know what it is that you, because I'm just curious, why did that even come up? Who been bothering you? I did my videos on you last week, didn't it? Early, if it wasn't last week, it was beginning of this week, definitely. But I think it was last week. I've moved on with life. What's up with you? You ain't got nothing else going? Time I ain't fucking you. It's not my problem. But yeah, I ain't got nothing for you, Philly. I promise I don't. And as you other ops know, I ain't got nothing for y'all either. I don't know what y'all want. Not gonna get it though. All right, let's start off with episode 1 of Quiet on the Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV. The first episode is called Rising Stars, Rising Questions. Now, I ran into this problem a couple weeks ago when I did that Gypsy Rose thing. I got it. My video got blocked. I had to mute out most of the dang video. Luckily, I had a monologue where I was talking shit about the ops, so it still ended up being live. But this one may do the same thing because it's ID, but it's on max. But that's why I'm playing this music in the background to try to throw them off so they won't detect the audio. But if the video is gone tomorrow, then you know why. I just hit play. Hold on. I don't know. Should I get off of Wi-Fi for this? And just do my data.
So my country shall feel my fury.
Commercials? Get the fuck out of here. This the free mix? I guess I can't complain. I ain't have to pay for it. But damn, it's 2 commercials? This is bullshit. Are any of y'all gonna watch the rematch of the NCAA Women's Championship game? I'm watching that one because they're in the, I think it's the Elite 8, Sweet 16, one of them. And it's Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, the rematch from the national championship. Everything is on the line. It's gonna be a good game. Hopefully the officiating is good because it's Caitlin Clark. I think most of everybody that's playing in that game, the big stars, they're going to be going to the WNBA. So hopefully it's a good game because it has championship implications. Let's get it. See, that's messed up. All y'all, I bet none of y'all women in there said y'all going to watch the game. Women don't even support women's basketball.
For a certain generation, the Nickelodeon jingle is burned into our brain.
In the early 90s, Nickelodeon was kid everything.
I just want to reiterate, this video is at least 2 weeks old. People have known about Dan Schneider and shit for forever. The feds have never raided his home. They haven't raided Nickelodeon. Nobody with Nickelodeon has been... Nobody's even been mentioned publicly. They ain't even cussed nobody out publicly about this. It's just kind of swept under the rug. Meanwhile, they just got Diddy in front of you like he just is a kingpin. Why is this shit moving slow? Hold on, y'all. My app max is freezing.
It was like the Mecca.
Nickelodeon is the place where only kids win.
It was the starting point of everything cool.
You go home, you watch Chalucha Shorts,
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Have you lost your mind?
Everybody watched it. It's 50. God, it sounds so old saying, before when I was coming up, there was no internet. Like, but there wasn't. We didn't have Netflix and Hulu. We didn't have 10 things to choose from. There was Nickelodeon and there was Disney.
And MTV.
That was it. And you better hope that your house has cable.
In the 90s and 2000s, there was one producer who was able to take Nickelodeon to new heights.
It is our great honor to present the first ever Nickelodeon Lifetime Achievement Award to a man who's been making all of us laugh for the past 2 decades. Dan Schneider!
The 2014 Kids' Choice Awards showed that Dan Schneider was Nickelodeon's golden boy. He was their cash cow. He created these shows that were hugely, hugely successful for them. He launched the careers of child actors who became major stars.
For 20 years, he shaped children's entertainment and shaped children's culture. When Dan accepted his award, he was elated, he was emotional, and very few could have predicted his downfall.
Try not to cry. Wow, thank you so much.
I will warn you, if you were a child of the 90s, this is going to ruin that for you.
What do we really know about Dan Schneider? For decades, Dan seemed like he was untouchable. But around 2017, the internet videos around Dan really started gaining momentum.
He made them do things that were very weird.
There are all these setups that reference porn, like squirting goo on Jamie Lynn's face when she's just 13 years old.
Feel these kids' feet. Wow, they're really soft.
People were looking back at old scenes and saying, Dan Schneider is obsessed with feet. Check this out.
All very gross and
Impossible to escape children's feet.
Dan Schneider.
Absolutely disgusting.
He's a grown-ass man. What the are you doing? There's one video of Ariana Grande making a joke about a potato.
Sometimes I wonder if you can get juice from a potato.
Oh, she's squeezing it like she giving a blowjob.
Is that air on Nickelodeon?
On! Give up the juice!
She's squeezing it like she's giving a
I'm
blowjob.
thirsty!
Oh my
In another video, Ariana's pouring water on herself in what seems like a very sexual manner.
And they're like, Keenan and Kale. Kale has spoken out recently and said it's hard to watch. He's been asked about it on Nickelodeon, so I'm guessing he's saying that shit he ain't seen none of, but that guy did create Good Burger and all of that stuff. He played in Good Burger. Is that Kale or Keenan, the fat one? The fat one's the one that's been saying this documentary is hard to watch. He's been talking about it publicly.
People started saying, this feels inappropriate for children.
Looking at Dan Schneider's stars, some of them became extremely famous. Some of them really struggled publicly.
After her arrest last week.
Now, some of them are starting to speak out about what happened when they were on his sets.
I work with an incredibly emotionally abusive producer.
I did not feel safe around Dan Schneider while I was working at Nickelodeon.
All of this information has made us wonder what was happening behind the scenes.
As a reporter at Insider, I wanted to investigate further. I've been waiting for someone to question the climate. It's been a long time coming.
I didn't feel safe to sit.
I just gotta say it again. If Cassie and Lil Rod lawsuits were able to get Homeland Security to go raid Diddy's homes, why haven't we heard about a raid on Nickelodeon Studios and Dan Schneider Studios? I think it's just something that's called Bakery or something. Dan Schneider Bakery. It's whatever his production company is called. Why haven't we heard Homeland Security checking on any of this? And I wonder if, well, actually, Dan Schneider and Puff Daddy do have ties. Puff Daddy was on a show where he told the boys to put a helicopter down their sleeping friends' pants.
Hey, this hurt me.
The bad just doesn't go away. The bad stays for a lifetime.
It was a toxic, unsafe environment.
I can't sit on it anymore. I can't watch it continue.
I want people to be accountable.
I've been waiting 17 years for today.
Nickelodeon was a little wild. It was a little quirky. Always funny, but from a kid's view.
And in Nickelodeon shows, parents are like not really around. It's like the kid is the star.
You know, sometimes parents are so dumb.
Nickelodeon wasn't there to educate you. We were there to have fun, to get slimed, to be entertained. I was slimed more times than I care to tell you about. It's part of my job. It's cold, it's wet, it's gooey, it's sticky.
Oh my God, please. Exactly how did that feel? Like my son threw up on me.
In the mid-90s, Nickelodeon is pushing the boundaries of children's entertainment. And this is when Dan Schneider arrives. He's young, he's ambitious, and he has a lot to prove.
Dan Schneider has 0 facial hair. I don't trust niggas with no facial hair. The LL Cool J, you included in it. Even though you ain't had nothing weird come out about you, I just don't trust niggas with no mustache or nothing. It's weird. And if you've ever been in the military, the way they make you shave, like as soon as you get out, the first thing you want to do is grow facial hair. But some of them niggas go weird and keep shaving forever, but no, it's weird. I don't like babyface niggas. It's just, it don't look right. It don't make you look younger, so I don't know why they do it. It actually makes them look like predators. Why the fuck is this app doing this?
Dan comes out of Memphis.
He described himself as sort of an awkward fat
they
kid.
didn't just say Dan come out of Memphis. I hope it's a lot of Memphises. Maybe they ain't talking about Memphis, Tennessee. Maybe they talking about Memphis, Texas, or one of them other places. Please don't let it be Memphis, Tennessee, please.
Lot to prove. Dan comes out of Memphis.
He described himself as sort of an awkward fat kid.
He's coming from a father who went to Harvard, and his parents did not have the highest expectations for him.
Oh hell no, James. They ain't specified which Memphis. It's a lot of Memphises in the United States and over the world, sir. We're not gonna just say there was Tennessee unless they specifically say or they name a high school in Memphis that I know, and I'm like, don't do that.
He wasn't exactly someone who they thought was going to be massively successful. So Dan is able to find himself in drama. Early articles about Dan saying
Memphis,
he went to Harvard, but he never actually.
Dan, 23, was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, he was president of his senior class in high school. Afterwards, studying at Harvard, he returned to Memphis. No. Oh, no. Ooh, no.
So
we don't claim him. We never knew that. No, that's why we don't claim him.
Dan is able to find himself in drama. Early articles about Dan say he went to Harvard, but he never actually attended the university.
He auditions for this teen movie that's shooting in Memphis, and he gets a job.
Damn.
Hello, Pieces of Us.
It's a small role, but it eventually leads to Dan ending up on a really big show.
He's on Head of the Class, which is, at the time, one of...
Rachi, did you know this nigga was from Memphis? Hey, who made it? Did you know this nigga was from Memphis? Did you know that? Oh yeah, the A Who Made That, he's on a couple of the songs on the first album. He did a lot of production, and he's on a couple of songs. He did a couple hooks for me. He did the production in a couple of videos. He still makes some of the beats for me. Oh fuck. Please don't tell me, oh, I moved too far.
And
I don't know how to work this.
self-deprecating and really funny boss.
Dan.
I messed up, y'all.
In the mid-90s, Nickelodeon is pushing the boundary. A lot to prove.
Okay, here we go.
Dan comes out of Memphis.
He described himself as sort of a awkward fat kid.
He's coming from a father who went to Harvard, and his parents do not have the highest expectation.
He went to Riley, Egypt, Sip. He went to your school, bro. He went to Riley, Egypt. I'm just playing. I don't know where he's from.
For him, he wasn't exactly someone who they thought was going to be massively successful. So Dan is able to find himself in drama.
Leave us alone, Spark the Grill. We are not a porter to a different realm.
Early articles about Dan say he went to Harvard, but he never actually attended the university.
He auditions for this teen movie that's shooting in Memphis, and he gets a job.
Hello, Pizzas R Us?
It's a small role, but it eventually leads to Dan ending up on a really big show.
He's on Head of the Class, which is, at the time, one of the biggest comedies on TV. He was 19.
This put us on the map. I mean, this got us small homes, and this we get tables in restaurants now.
As an actor, Dan was cast as the fat kid.
You guys picking on the blimp again. Nice.
You could sing We Are the World all by yourself.
He seemed always driven by this fact of, I'm going to show people that that's not who I am. I'm not the fat kid. I'm this talented writer. His first script that he sold in TV was Head of the Class. He co-wrote it with one of the other cast members. And everything else happened because of that show. Several years later,
Sip, I was talking about, I think it was last night or the other night. Do you remember that Facebook post where all the dudes were on there talking about this teacher they had sex with from Riley, Egypt? Do you remember that post? And did you chime in on it? I know Side Nigga Jimmy and them was on that thing. I knew about 5 or 6 niggas that had their name on it.
Nickelodeon executive came to him and said, hey, we're working on this idea for a sketch show, all that. Would you like to write the pilot? And the next thing you know, he's producing the show. He's writing episodes.
All that first launched in 1994. The concept was it was a Saturday Night Live for kids.
I wanted to make a show for Nickelodeon, and I wanted to do sketch comedy because no one had ever really done sketch comedy starring kids for kids.
At the beginning of his career, Dan Schneider and his early producing partner, Brian Robbins, got noticed by the press for all of their success for all that.
It's a special thing. I mean, not many kids get to go on national television and play 1,000 different characters, eat rotten cheese. We're doing highbrow stuff. Yeah.
All that was a really edgy concept, and it established Dan Schneider as this creative force at Nickelodeon. And he helped launch the career of some of comedy's biggest names like Cal Mitchell and Kenan Thompson.
Chocolate good for congestion? I have no idea.
All that quickly became a pretty big hit for Nickelodeon, where they went from like a pretty scrappy production to getting some of the biggest names in entertainment to be these guests.
This man never wanted to work with the adults. He could have been a Saturday Night Live writer. He chose to work around kids for his entire career.
My name is Liam.
With no facial hair, and nobody thought that was weird.
Frierson. I was on seasons 4 through 6 of All That.
Quinn got showered and knocked out by a talking cheeseburger.
A lot of us got our break on All That.
I am Katrina Johnson. From the time I was 10 to 16, I starred on All That. Dan Schneider was my mentor. And I remember my first audition, he was there. All of my callbacks, he was there.
You wanna see something really gross? Look at this. I'm so flat. It's disgusting.
When we were filming the pilot, he came up to me and he said, I chose you. You are my choice. And I know you're gonna be great. And made me feel like $1 million. When I would say, hey, I have this idea for this character, he would always listen. And we would usually turn it into something. One day, the network called my parents and said, we want to see how you would feel if we created the Katrina Johnson show. That I'm already living the dream life, but it gets even better.
It's cool, my God.
Dan, he was the head writer, so Dan kind of ran things.
For the producer, the executive producer, that's why he gets the headset. I have to yell.
In early behind the scenes interviews, you see Dan presenting himself as a self-deprecating and really funny boss.
Dan just created a really fun set.
What's taking so long now? Let's find out. That could explain.
Really snow cold. They got a pumpkin pie ice cream, my wiggle. Ooh, I'm gonna give me some cinnamon sticks and some graham crackers and try it. That's on my bucket list. Who makes it? I can't eat everybody ice cream. It can tear my stomach up unless it's certain brands. Like Ben & Jerry's don't fuck with my stomach, with Breyers and all that other shit. It fuck with my stomach.
Dan was a big kid. He was always doing something to joke around or poke fun at somebody.
Another red flag. A grown ass man, a big kid around kids, not around adults, around the kids. That's another red flag.
He kept things pretty light in the beginning.
On all that, he would inspire you to get whatever it was that you needed to get it done, you know. But we were kids, and they were long days.
You know, some would say that he was trying to push them towards greatness, but there's also another side.
A lot.
Let me see something here. Let me call my co-host and see where the hell she is. It's been 41 minutes. Hey, infamous Brandy. She better not give me the answer machine. I'm gonna leave a message.
Please leave your message for Terry.
Hi, Terry. It's your boss. You were due to be on shift 30 minutes ago and you haven't received a call or a text or anything from you. I just wanted to let you know that if you did not show up in the next 30 minutes or give us a call back with a legitimate excuse, we're going to have to cut ties with you, ma'am. I really don't want to do this. I like you, Terry. I've put myself on the line for you, but you know, it's just like the fourth day in a row. What do you think? You're gonna get a check for nothing? Let us know. Call us back with a legitimate excuse, or show up in the next 30 minutes, or your termination is no longer legal. Bye. Let's see if she responds back.
One of these kids in.
See, that's why you can't hire black folk. They just won't show up to work. And then I got it on record that she hit the clown up and told him to clock her in. He's supposed to have clocked her in, but he not even here. He done snitched on her. He called us and faxed his doctor excuse in, but he told me that he was supposed to clock her in.
Entertainment industry are vulnerable. The power balance between a child and an adult is so striking already. And then on top of it, you add that it's an employment situation. These are 8 to 15-year-olds, and they are
Yours truly, she did not let anyone here know that she was on vacation. I mean, I know she got time and all, but she did not let anyone know, so we have no record of that.
Often responsible for the entire economic success of their families.
Hi, Terry. Are you on your way to work?
No, sir. I'm off tonight, and I know you know that.
Do you have a legitimate excuse as to why? We didn't have any notice from you. We started the show.
That's a damn lie.
We started the show, ma'am. Ma'am.
Because if you had been listening, sir,
Ma'am.
I don't want to hear you, sir.
Ma'am.
Because I quit this motherfucker. Because I told you.
Ma'am.
I said on Friday.
Why are you cursing, ma'am?
How am I going to come to work when I got children and it's water fucking and got corn snatchers everywhere and I'm tired?
Now, who did you tell that to, ma'am?
I told it to the truth sisters.
Oh, well, yeah, that. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to check to see if you. I'm gonna have to check with the people to see if you actually told them, but that that is not proper protocol, man. We need this in writing when you're gonna take days off.
I tell you what, I quit the motherfucker again. I quit.
You're not gonna get unemployment.
I don't give a damn. I'm sick of you.
How are you gonna survive? How are you gonna survive without a job, Terry? I really think you should rethink this.
I'm already broke, bitch. I'm a broke bitch with the job, so it don't matter. It don't even matter.
You could be broker. You could be broker. So Terry,
why are you harassing me?
So Terry, is that what you want me to? Is that what you want me to tell the bosses that you quit?
Tell the boss to sit on his stick for the days. Okay? Tell him I said, I am tired.
Well, man, the truth told us earlier that you've been stealing time. He said he's been clocking you in for about 3 months. So you were fired anyway, so don't even worry about it.
Listen, Mr. Hamilton, let me tell you something. See, this is what we're not going to do. Because, see, you're going to be trying to act like you pay me something anyway. I don't give a damn. Do what you got to do, okay?
Ma'am, you have a great benefit package. Stop it.
Well, I'm going to use it, and then I'm going to quit.
No, you were fired, ma'am. Again.
I see
you were a no call.
Sir.
You were a no call, no show.
In the chat, well, my co-worker, the #1 employee of the week, said that he has it on his desk that I am on vacation for a few days.
Who said this?
The employee of the month.
Man, we need you to man, we need you to report to the office immediately, sir. Report to the office immediately, man. Well, man, if she put black and white right there in the chat. I need to be on Mad's ass then, because Mad did not let anyone know that he he received the paperwork.
You don't show up to work. You come when you want to, and then when you come, you don't even pay attention to what's going on.
My assistant lets me know everything.
Who the hell is your assistant? Because they got as white as you.
It doesn't matter. You don't need to know who my assistant is. That way you might look at them funny.
I'll find out.
So, man, how long have you had this paperwork? Terry's one of my favorite employees, but I mean, sheesh, I can only go to bat for her so many times.
You want to take this job and shove it up your ass? How about you do that, sir?
This is what I get for her.
I am going to go tell them people on Monday morning I am being harassed on my off days.
This is what I get for hiring the homie's baby mama. I'll never do that again. Mad, where are you? No, I really called. I left a voicemail. You should check it out. We were wondering why he didn't show up to work, but as we see, ignore the voicemail. Mad said that he received the paperwork, but he didn't get it.
For evidence. Don't use it for evidence is what I'm gonna do.
Just ignore the email.
I know it's not nice.
Now, it's Mad's fault that happened anyway. Just ignore the email. Mad, bring your ass to the office, sir. Hello, Gabe.
Hello.
Is Matt suspended with pay again?
Okay.
We have to. We got to see. He may be in on this time stealing scheme. I hadn't seen his ass at work in a month of Sundays any damn way.
I'm gonna have to dispute that last time. I'm not gonna roll with that. I'm not gonna let that go on my record because I ain't stole shit. Now somebody stole my potato salad at the refrigerator the other day. Y'all gonna investigate that?
You don't give no damn about no potato salad. No.
Are we gonna investigate somebody stealing my oodles and noodles?
Absolutely not. Nobody gives a damn about your potato salad, man. You can't be stealing, man.
Who stole my oodles and noodles? You don't worry about your turn.
That's a misdemeanor versus felony, ma'am. What are you talking about? So how long have you been having The Truth sign in for you?
Oh, this is a deep
I don't even
conspiracy.
fuck with D Truth. So I don't think he signed this. I don't fuck with him. And if he's snitching, he lying.
I mean, you have 1,000 hours of PTO. Why do you need to steal time?
And that ain't even all my hours.
So-
that ain't even all my hours.
so
I
what-
work hard for the money. I work hard for the money.
So why do you need to steal time?
I don't steal time, sir. Somebody stole my oodles and noodles, though.
I'm gonna have the FBI look into this because you may have done some federal
You let the
crimes.
FBI. I'm sick of y'all holler at FBI. It's just every time some start, somebody say something, everybody doing it. Everybody holler at FBI. Everybody holler at this, that, and that. I don't give them. Call them.
Ma'am, you may have committed federal crimes.
Well, tell them to come get it. Tell them to come get it.
No, we're just gonna have them investigate. You may not have done anything, but we're gonna have them investigate. So when
Don't be accusing me, sir. Don't be accusing me. Who are you gonna investigate who stole my oodles but noodles cup?
no, when are you coming to get your last check?
Mail it.
We don't do mails because you have to turn in your uniforms and your badges and your keys.
I wish I would. Find
There's
my
a deposit
oodles
on that.
and I turn in shirt, sir.
So when are you coming to get your last check?
Direct deposit.
You have to come get it.
No, direct deposit. I might blow them motherfuckers. Direct deposit. Now I'm just being honest. You know I'm on paper. I come in there like I'm coming into the post office.
All right, well, all right. So you said you wanted a direct deposit. All right, we'll send you your $37.89. You should have it in a day or two. Well, that man, you said you didn't want it. The badge is $400. The uniform is $1,000. The keys is $1,200. So I mean, we have to take deductions for all these things that you owe, Terry. What do you think? Do you think this shit is free?
You are crazy. You did this badge that worth up $400, sir.
Man, we have to go in and change our security protocol to make sure that you can't break into the building.
Man, that bootleg, I'm not paying for that bootleg 19, so it's not even laminated.
Well, if you come in and pick your check up and you bring your uniform, your badge, and your keys, we can issue a correct amount. But if you don't come in, then
you're gonna regret making me. You're gonna regret making me come up to the office.
I mean,
right now.
Ma'am, you said you quit, and so since you quit,
you're gonna regret telling me to come to the office. You're gonna regret it, sir.
Looks like Mad's gonna be joining you out there in the unemployment line as well, because he still hadn't reported to the office yet.
You trying to cheat out inside. Sweet advice, free. It would have to be a vote. Come on, man. I bet you my people ain't finna roll me about him. You got me messed up.
This is all Mad's fault because he did not submit your paperwork. You should be mad at him, not me. I'm just following protocol, man.
Can I need to talk to my coworker like Greg. I got your message, and as soon as I get back home, I'm gonna call you, okay? But I didn't see it when you sent it. I went in and looked for something else, and I saw your message, okay? Love you, boo.
Are you talking to the customers in your personal time? That is against company policy, ma'am.
What? I ain't a phone up. I ain't a phone up.
Damn.
You call me, sir. You call me.
Well, I just wanted to know if you were coming to work. I now know that you were on vacation and you put your time in.
Okay, what did D-Truth say today when he said, well, what did D-Truth say?
Well, I asked him, was he coming in? He was like, no, check your email. I hit you up yesterday and told you that I wasn't going to be able to come in because he had a road trip and he put his time in. And he was like, yo, I was supposed to clock Truth in, but I'm not coming, so I can't do it. I don't know why he decided to tell me that. That had nothing to do with this situation.
This not meant to be Truth is. He Truth knew I wasn't gonna be at work, but yeah, he gonna tell you he was supposed to clock me in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, I see how y'all roll.
Man, I'm just doing my job. I'm just telling you what the clown said.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll see you Monday morning.
All right, are you coming to work or are you coming to turn in your badge and stuff? Yeah, with it. We're gonna need extra.
Left on a cliffhanger
we're gonna need extra security. I don't like how she said that.
I'm calling out that day.
2 days ago, she said it on her show. You was right next to her when she said, "Sir, I have a lot of things going on. I don't remember that." I'm talking to Mad. Mad, instead of bringing his ass to the office, he's typing in the chat trying to cover his own ass, saying that you said that he said he got the paperwork on his desk. I hear a lot of things, sir. That's why I need the paperwork. You said the paperwork is on your desk, yet you telling me what she said, and I was on the panel with her. Why is the paperwork on your desk? Because now we're short-staffed. We're short-staffed, man, and your ass ain't at work neither. You got to come fill in for her shift, man.
Well, tell him to come on up. You need to come on up. If I ain't come, I'm finna go. You interrupted my vacation. Sick of it.
Well, we don't want her shitting on the floor, do we?
Hello.
Hey, ops, aren't y'all like amazed at how we can just switch shit in the middle of a live and just improv and be silly and stuff and then aren't y'all amazed at that? Y'all should try doing that shit sometimes. Life will be a lot better for you.
That's right. They have no talent.
I ain't gonna even be that dickhead. I normally be like, nah, they ain't got no talent, but everybody got some talent doing something. Talking about us, this ain't it. Is that what y'all channel gonna be? If that's what y'all want y'all channel to be, I'm not mad at y'all. There's reaction channels at all, but you know, as they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over again, expecting different results. You're not gonna go viral off me yet.
I don't know what this is. So I gotta go. I'm just too busy. I don't have time for these.
You're apparently.
Are you too?
Yes, I'm done. I am sucked. Hey, excuse me, Terry. On behalf of the Toxic Masculinity Show, please excuse me for interrupting your vacation. It was Mad's fault, and I'm gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna even pay attention to that clown. I'm gonna let that slide too. I apologize for disturbing your vacation. It's misunderstanding.
I appreciate it, sir. I appreciate it.
See you Monday.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, well, apparently, who made that is pulling up on me, so I guess I will probably do something to this song for show tonight and may have something ready. Just depends. All right.
What are they going to do if they get in trouble? What if all of this goes away because they complained? And so you spend your time working, hoping that people don't poke the soft spots on your body and in your brain.
Dang, did you see that? Did you see what your homeboy said?
Yeah, he's trying to set
Somebody is going to be on the hook for making me embarrass myself, calling this woman and leaving that threatening message on her voicemail. One of y'all is going to have to answer for that.
I haven't been in the office all week. I'm working remotely at home.
Man.
On all that, what really made me feel the most uncomfortable were the leotards. I mean, I was just a growing boy trying to.
I hate they don't be showing.
Hoping that people don't poke the soft spots on your body and in your brain.
On all that, what really made me feel the most uncomfortable were the leotards.
The leotards. I don't know his name, but it's the black guy, and he used to be this superhero. So I wondered, did these kids ever tell their parents they were uncomfortable doing this?
Well, they're
I mean, I was just a growing boy.
No.
What'd you say, Gabe?
Because usually the parents don't work, so they're the main money makers, the kids. So responsibility is on them.
Trying to, fit into my body.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already did the banner. Thank you for the $5 cash app. Where's my dread up? Where my dread up?
You better run them donations, baby. Run them donations, baby. Run them donations, baby.
I have a nephew that,
and it was,
I guess you could call him a former child star, but not star. He had he did skip for Nickelodeon and Disney.
Thank goodness for social media. You can be your own thing, but I think that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I've been seeing I found one story that's showing a shit ton of teachers that have been that have been arrested and convicted of sleeping with their students. It was funny that story popped up today when we were talking about that the other night. And then there's this other one that touches on what we were just talking about. With it's this YouTube mother. Well, it's a YouTube couple and they got arrested. I can't think of the lady's name, but when the police knocked on her door, they were shocked and they found kids in the closet and malnourished and shit. But I don't know if she used the kids to make money on YouTube or how it went, but I think I'm gonna do a strange news stories tomorrow. Or whenever I finish this, I'm still collecting strange news stories.
Just out there for everyone to kind of.
In Dalton, they had a special board meeting a couple of days ago. I did not know the trustees had their own YouTube channel because the mayor has canceled so many city hall meetings. They've created the Trustees of Dalton YouTube channel. So I was looking at that earlier, and they had a special meeting the other day, and of course, the mayor wasn't there, none of her people. The trustee Stan, he wasn't there, and the guy that's accused of rape, he wasn't there. Her two allies, of course, they weren't there.
Look at and judge me, or I just felt very exposed. So one week we get a script. There's a new character for me on all that named Noseboy. Naturally, I'm in a superhero costume, which is just tights and underwear.
Hey, now Degrassi was not one of Dan Schneider's projects. Get up off Drake.
What was different about this? They gave me a prosthetic nose, like an enlarged nose, and they put this same nose on the costume.
Oh, Captain Good Nose! What are your special powers?
You can't help but notice that it looks like penis and testicles on my shoulders.
This is a child playing this role, and he's playing it for other children. His audience is kids as young as 6.
I'm allergic to asteroids!
And the joke in that sketch is effectively a shot joke. It's a shot joke for children.
I'm just looking.
If you didn't know what she said, and I don't know how this is on HBO and they bleeped it out, but she said it was a cum shot joke. This adult was allowed to write a cum shot joke in a kid show. Now, most of us watched Nickelodeon and we didn't catch out the innuendo back then, and our parents wasn't watching this shit with us. But that's what they were doing right under our nose. But how many adults looked at that and approved that? And even after it aired, how many of the heads of that station saw that and said, don't do it anymore?
Back at it, it's just very strange. Frankly, it was just uncomfortable. In the moments to myself, you would just be thinking like, hey, this is what we got to do to be on the show, to stay in the cast and stay in the good graces of the people that were higher up.
Some of the child actors felt like they could not push back, especially with Dan Schneider.
And so I always did my best to be a trooper, never complain, because we knew being close to Dan could mean an extra level of success. It was important to be on his good side, and he made it known who was on his good side.
I heard infamous. I heard
you
that
play
it's
your
hard
part
to watch.
without a flaw. I have something to confess. Confessing secrets is the most exciting
That's
thing.
why I wanted to review.
I infiltrated the enemy. I did
That's why I wanted to review, because I've heard all these people, like, it's been going on for 2 weeks, and this Diddy shit got me wondering why ain't nobody talking about this. All these fucking commercials. I know this can't be the $15.99 version with fucking commercials in it. I would go crazy, and then you can't skip them. Ugh.
What's it on, Max?
Max.
One day, the producers called my house.
It came on the ID channel, which I think is Discovery, the old Discovery channel, but it's on Max. I'm on the Max app.
And spoke to my parents and said, hey, Katrina's getting too fat. We already have a fat one. She can't be the fat one. They go, well, she's a dancer. She's in dance class like 6 hours a day. There's nothing more with
Orlando should have started talking before he went crazy. See, when he went crazy, nobody wanted to hear it. But that could be. No, the drug use is why he went crazy, but that explains the drug use he went through, because he probably was abused by these people.
can do. I mean, that stuck with me. You can't be the fat one. Like, I still hear those words in my head to this day. And it's funny because shortly after that call, I went through puberty. And then the producers freak out because now I look like a woman and I'm not little girlish anymore. So then that became an issue. And then after that, I'm sort of like edged out by like a younger version of me.
Please welcome 10-year-old Amanda.
I remember one day I was at the Laugh Factory. It's a really famous comedy club on Sunset. They would have workshops for kids.
A couple of Nickelodeon people had gone to support Katrina.
Brian Robbins and Dan Schneider came, and I said, you got to check out this girl. She's really amazing. And the girl was Amanda Bynes. I remember Amanda doing a routine about having a pimple that she couldn't pop on the inside of her nose.
Let's channel.
Let me skip her joke back. I wonder who wrote these jokes for her at 10.
No, she did
Huh?
herself.
You think she wrote them? You think she wrote them for herself at 10? Well, shit, I got some work to do then. Now, Grayson is charismatic on her own. She said the funniest shit to me today. She told me she was going to leave and go to Detroit. That's what she calls Detroit. And I said, how you gonna get there? She said, I'm gonna go to the airport and tell them I need to get to Detroit. And I said, you think it's that easy? Yep, I'm just gonna leave you. She's been here before. She really has. Like this, the conversations that me and this child have are I'm gonna start recording them, just and putting them on YouTube. I am.
They're deeper.
It's just funny.
It's like they're deep, but they're not. I know what you're talking about.
Oh no, she deep. She just be saying shit that I don't even know where she gets it from. When she'll tell me I annoy her. She asks, am I ignoring her? She'll still get me with her. 1 minute she'll want to be independent and walk up the steps by herself. The next minute she want me to pick her up and it'll be like, you gonna do your daughter like that? You gonna leave your daughter like that? I'm like, where are you getting this from? She called my name about 1,000 times today and I was like, what? She's like, well, don't yell at me. I said, I'm not yelling at you. I'm saying, what do you want? She was like, your name Daddy, right? I was like, yes. Well, I can say your name as much as I want. Fuck. This is what I deal with. She's just fine. Good grief. I need help.
I remember Amanda doing a routine about having a pimple that she couldn't pop on the inside of her nose.
Big deal. Chris Ball sitting up there in heaven looking down and saying, I think I'll give her a challenge.
I remember thinking, you're like 10, you do not have a pimple on the inside of your nose, but that was a really kick-ass routine and it was pretty flawless.
Dan saw her and like immediately knew she'd be a star.
Over the 90s, Dan's star is rising at Nickelodeon, but what takes him to the next level is when he discovers Amanda Bynes. And he recognizes her talent and he wants her on All That immediately.
Hit the cash out, hit the super chat, buy a membership, buy the album, hit the PayPal.
Hi everyone, it's me, Amanda.
Amanda was absolutely natural. Her timing was impeccable, very physical.
Then when a bully picked on me at school, I discovered that music could be used as self-defense.
Oh, well, wow. Man, they had King way back then. It's the skinny. Now, which one is it? Kale's the skinny. They had Kale in a wig with red lipstick on and a girly business suit. Back then, as a kid, dressed up as the girl.
We had to go to school on set.
How many hours you gotta go to school? How many hours? 3 a day.
Talk to the teacher.
Okay.
And so there would be times where Amanda would just be missing. And a lot of times we would just hear that she would be with Dan, pitching ideas and writing. We seen them grow closer to each other on set.
So, how Leon was playing the thing?
Leon is the man. See what we're doing
I
here.
think Leon is the guy that said he was uncomfortable wearing leotards.
The law was that a parent or guardian had to be with us at all times.
Parents on All That, I would say they tried to stay out the way. With us all being novices, with some of us, this was our first job. It was just in our best interest to kind of go with the flow. But Amanda Bynes' parents were very hands-on with their career, specifically her dad.
I think Amanda's dad kind of treated her like a wind-up doll.
Amanda's dad got the predator look. He looked like one of them dudes that was on that Chris Hansen show.
Like, she had really a lot of pressure and high expectations from him. His presence was always felt. A big part of that was his relationship with Dan Schneider. They carefully crafted Amanda's career.
it was enviable for a lot of the cast members.
When Amanda joined the show, I had less and less and less, and then no time with Dan. So the new favorite had arrived. I was out. So I felt, now I don't need to do this anymore. I can just go to college. So I did. And then maybe a year later, someone told me, oh, have you seen the Amanda Bynes show? And I was like, what? That makes sense.
Amanda Bynes.
Now, I wonder why she said that makes sense. I wonder if she said that because she was talented or because she heard, like everybody else, that her and Dan were spending a lot of time together pitching ideas and things of the sort. I wonder why she said that. I wish they would have asked questions in this thing that we could have heard.
Physical comedy really shined from that first episode. Hey, it's Amanda! And it was her big break, and it was Dan Schneider's big break. And this is actually the first time that Dan Schneider's name is listed as the creator. This gave him a whole new level of control and power, and there would be consequences to that later on.
Hey, look at you!
Dan Schneider's decision to have Amanda be the star of the show is forward-thinking in a lot of ways. A lot of adult female comedians do not get their own shows without jumping through a million hoops.
There's usually two roles that girls occupy in Hollywood, and one is super innocent, really sweet, like Shirley Temple, cute, young.
See, Monique, a lot of them, you talking about white women, she said a lot of women have to jump through a lot of hoops and shit to get their own show. It's not just black women. Women in general have always complained about the pay disparity in Hollywood, but well, I can't even say that because women films, I would say with certain actresses, their films gross as much as the men. Sure, the men make more in the box office, but I'm sure certain women can bring in the same amount. It's just how it is, man's work.
And then the other side is hypersexualized, built for male consumption. Amanda Bynes was like a new.
So they asked questions in part 2. I see it's 4 parts. Where are we in this? I think we're 20 minutes into this. It's 43 minutes. We're 20 minutes into the first one. We try to get through 2 of them tonight. But as y'all see, I keep stopping and talking. Then we had an impromptu thing with Truth, which I'm gonna cut out and make that into an upload. Truth got fired on her day off.
The deviation as a young actress
but still in time.
Hollywood.
I hereby sentence you to be chased by an unpredictable man in a gorilla suit.
Really personality driven, really funny.
For Amanda, it's a spotlight on her comedic talent, which is something that is kind of rare to see.
Ah, that's good.
You would think that for this kind of strong female lead to be celebrated, you would have a lot of women behind the scenes. In reality, female writers on The Amanda Show told us that this experience was really one of the most disturbing in their careers.
Working for Dan was like being in an abusive relationship.
Damn.
This is the big dance. It's great to be here. The music.
Fucking commercials is on people. And I can't skip them. See, this what happen when you go bootleg. I can't complain, but I can. The game ain't so cold, but I'm so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap on the dope.
At the time, there weren't a lot of positions for women in sketch comedy. It was very hard to navigate when you knew the opportunities for women were fewer. You knew you were going in for the one spot.
This was way back in 1999. There were forums where people would talk about writing, and it was in one of those groups, in a television comedy writing group. Dan Schneider was in that group, and he had said that he was working on this new television show for Nickelodeon. So I just took a shot and I asked him if he would read my work. And the story that he told me later was that Dan gave them to his writer's assistant and said, read through these and rate them funniest on top. He was surprised to find that mine was on top, and that's what prompted him to call me. I was actually sitting at my desk at work. One of the producers called me and told me that, congratulations, we're offering you a staff writer position on the Amanda Show. This was like a dream come true.
I had been in LA for 7 years, and so it felt very satisfying that someone was going to pay me to write comedy. I remember speaking to the line producer, and she said that I was going to have to split a salary with a writer that I did not know.
So they were getting 2 for the price of 1. They were going to hire 2 women and have them share a salary. And I never saw it happen to any of the men.
I was like, well, I'm excited. I get to stop temping.
This was my dream job. This is what I wanted. This is why I worked so hard for. I'm not about to turn it down. I thought to myself, don't be a complainer, do whatever you have to do to get this job.
I remember the early days being a lot of fun. We were on the Paramount lot, which was very exciting to get to walk around. It felt like, Hollywood.
My first week on the job, I got to meet my writing partner. Chrissy's very easy to get along with. I liked her immediately.
She was nice and fun, and those early days were great. They were great. It was early on when we first started that Dan said he didn't think women were funny.
He said women can't write funny. He challenged us to name a funny female writer. And he said this to the writers in the writer's room. And that was my first indication of trouble, that maybe this guy didn't really value women in the writer's room. And later he had said that, hey, do you mind that I refer to you and Christy as the girls? Are the girls in the room? Where are the girls? And we both were like, no. And he said, oh, good, because I can't stand girls that are uptight about things like that. And when he said that, I knew that next time this guy asked me if I mind something, there's a right and wrong answer. And thank God I answered right.
Dan ran the writer's room. He was there anytime we were doing any work, and he was very playful. We would laugh and joke around, and being dirty was part of the silliness.
Hello, citizens. My name is Penelope.
They stole the boxes.
So Penelope Tate is a character that Dan created.
My name is Penelope Tate.
Yeah, I know. He came up with the name Penelope Tate. The taint is the part of the body that's between the penis and the anus. Is that skin there? That's the taint. And Dan had said, yeah, I know. He came up.
I had to skip.
My name is Penelope Tate.
So Penelope Tate is a character that Dan created.
My name is Penelope Tate.
Yeah, I know. He came up with the name Penelope Tate. The taint is the part of the body that's between the penis and the anus. Is that skin there?
Penelope Tate. I did not know that. I do know that's the male G spot. I don't like it too close to the ass, but that's the male G spot there.
It's the taint. And Dan had said to us in the writer's room, don't tell what this word really means. He wanted us to keep that a secret.
I remember someone from...
So he told the kids what it meant when he didn't have to. But that's some white people shit. I ain't never heard it called the taintus. But I guess there's a proper name for everything.
Yeah, or the gooch. What else have I heard?
But he actually told The Gooch, I thought that was like the fupa.
Oh, I don't know.
But he actually, yeah, as far as the Gooch, that's like the fupa, the little stomach that hang over. I can't believe he told the kids the meaning. Nobody would have known had he not told them. He was too brave. He was brazen with his shit. And again, the Homeland Security has not pulled up on this nigga at all. It gets worse. I've seen where he was tweeting kids to sending their feet pictures and shit to get on the show.
Nickelodeon sitting with us and saying like, oh, does this mean, this dirty thing? And Dan was like, no. Why would you think that's like tainted, like you've tainted something? And they were like, okay. Man, that is power.
So somebody snitched.
That is power. That you can just say you want something and it's done. That's what I thought.
So it got on the show, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh,
I think the clown may have been pulling a fool joke. I think he was trying to be funny. I think him and Mad are trying to cause friction between me and the vice president.
Like, it's a young girl.
And bless Amanda, and bless the Amanda Show.
In one scene, she's praying in a twin bed. There's something so slimy about connecting this like sexualized genitalia joke with a little girl who's portraying a little girl too. It was clear that there was a permissibility around these sexualized jokes with children.
It was par for the course. Like, Strange Things Amuse Dan.
How did they sexualize her prey?
And that was just
skip it back and look at this one. Hey, y'all.
About connecting this like.
But y'all gonna have to go.
Amanda, and bless the Amanda Show.
In one scene, she's praying in a twin bed. There's something so slimy about connecting this like sexualized genitalia joke.
That's the scene they get in. I don't get it because they cut it and she's just laying in bed praying. So I don't get it on them.
With a little girl who's portraying a little girl too. It was clear that there was a permissibility.
I probably could get away with playing it and showing the images on members on, possibly, but I still would have to have the music playing and have to put an overlay over it. It's worth trying though. Y'all want to try it? Y'all want to try watching the actual visuals tomorrow? Not tonight, tomorrow on members only. Let me know what you think. Y'all are members. We'll try it.
Around these sexualized jokes with children.
If it was par for the course. Like, Strange Things Amuse Dan. And that was just one of the things he thought was funny.
He liked to play pranks and jokes, which at first seemed fun.
In the beginning, I would see, instant message pop up. Dan would send a message for you to say out loud, scream hammers, and you scream it. And then it would be, more degrading, like scream, I'm an idiot, or slut. And if you didn't, he would send you the message again, caps, exclamation points. He would scream out, say it, until you did.
One time, Dan said, I'll give you $300 to eat 2 pints of ice cream in 30 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, I've got no money. I've got half a salary. I will absolutely eat 2 pints of ice cream in 30 minutes. And I did. And I was throwing up afterwards, but it was fine. Then the money didn't come, and I knew he must have forgotten about it. So one day he said, somebody kill that fly for $30. And I go, should I add it to your tab? Dan took me into his office and he said, how dare you accuse me of not making good on my bets? And I'm like, no. I was just kind of kidding around. He had fostered this very casual, fun atmosphere. But I felt that Dan could be very volatile and could turn any moment. I was scared.
16 Stone by Tiffany, designed by Jean Schlumberger in 1959.
If I get got for anything, it'll probably be commercials. Well, I guess I will try it on members only tomorrow. I'll try it and see how it goes. The good thing about it, StreamYards will let me download just the audio if they do flag it. So I would just have to re-upload it so you still get both parts with the audio. I'll know because it'll send me an email and say, copyright visuals was detected in your video. So we'll try it tomorrow. We'll give it a try. If you're not a member, join. If not, you ain't gonna see it unless it get blocked. Not part 2 anyway.
Like a Hollywood for kids, where all these actors.
I was scared. Dan took me into his office and he said, "How dare you accuse me of not making good on my bets?" And I'm like, no. I was just kind of kidding around. He had fostered this very casual, fun atmosphere. But I felt that Dan could be very volatile and could turn any moment. I was scared.
In a lot of ways, Nickelodeon was creating this culture where it was a mini Hollywood, like a Hollywood for kids, where all these actors are kind of competing for the same roles. They all know each other, and they are in their own little ecosystem.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm honored to be nominated. I don't think I'm going to win, but it's so cool.
Something that epitomizes that really well is the Kids' Choice Awards, which is almost like the kids' version of the Oscars.
And the Kids' Choice is Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes gets the Kids' Choice Awards. She was hugely successful and was becoming one of these massive A-list stars.
Thank you! Oh my God, I'm so excited! Okay, I want to say thank you to Nickelodeon, Brian Robbins, Dan Schneider.
The Amanda Show is on Nickelodeon.
She was giving interviews. She was on talk.
Gabe, remind me to make one of these with Gabe Street at the bottom. Remind me to make one of these backgrounds with Gabe Street.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, it's like petticoat, truth hurts.
Yeah, you're filling in for truth hurts. So yeah, I gotta have a Gapester one so it'll pop up with Gapester.
Shows, she was everywhere. Dan Schneider was very responsible for Amanda Bynes' career at that point, and they were very tied to each other. And I think she trusted him.
My name is Raquel Lee Ballou, and I was on the first season of The Amanda Show.
The Amanda Show was huge. It was huge. We had fans coming and wanting to like see us every episode.
As a 12-year-old girl,
I was over the moon. I was so excited. We'd be out, people would say, "Oh my goodness, you're that girl on the Amanda Show." It was a pretty big show. There was Amanda, of course, and there was me and Drake. Him and I were so silly on this show.
The white Drake.
Amanda was the star. So I think we both knew that we weren't the stars of the show very early on.
She's the star, so she gets the extra handy dandy equipment. Right?
On the Amanda Show, Dan is the kingmaker. He is the one who is deciding who gets a spin-off, who gets the most lines. If you are on Dan's bad side, you kind of could kiss your career goodbye.
You wanted Dan to like you, because if he didn't, he was mean to you. My 13th birthday, people brought me this big cake, like a massive cake. It was great to be able to share the cake with the whole crew and everyone else. But it was told to me, Dan's really upset. Why did you get her that cake? Like, that's a big cake. Like, she didn't need that big of a cake. And I was just like, and I felt it. Of course, as a parent, you want to speak up. But then I just didn't want Raquel to face any backlash.
What? Of course, as a parent, you want to speak up, but you don't want the money to stop coming in. That's pretty much what she just said.
Yep.
That's fucked up. black parents said that.
And I felt it. Of course, as a parent, you want to speak up, but then I just didn't want Raquel to face any backlash for any behaviors that I had done. I remember Raquel saying to me she felt that he may have favored Drake and Amanda more than her.
I remember Dan and Amanda Bynes being very close on the Amanda show. And I think very few people made Dan laugh, you know, and I think she did. In rehearsal, she would say funny things and do funny things.
Yes, this is your doctor. Yes, Dr.
I definitely saw Amanda being very close physically with Dan. There were many times that I saw Amanda sitting behind him, hugging him, or giving him like a neck massage or whatever. Dan and Amanda had a close relationship, and I didn't think anything different than that. The hot tub scene, though, I thought was
also, you didn't think it was weird for a child to be massaging a grown man. It was his daughter. Different, that still would be weird, but you can understand it. But a stranger, grown-ass man getting a massage by a child when the grown man could have had an adult hired to massage him because he was a producer. But he decided to have his child actor do it, and you didn't find that weird. How was she even knowing how to massage at that age?
The Epstein School of Massage.
He's a little odd.
I am the executive producer and I'm the head writer.
Actually, both the words are saying each other right now.
Yes, I am.
When you watch the video, it's Amanda Bynes, clearly very young, wearing the swimsuit in a hot tub, and next to her is Dan Schneider, fully clothed.
As kids, we didn't notice this shit at all. We just thought it was funny, and it was kids our age. We wanted to be them. And
he's kind of saying, I created the situation. I am the reason we are in this hot tub. I am pulling the strings.
Since you're the executive producer of the show, that rates.
No.
Maybe at the time, people viewed it as comedy, but I think now some people are very uncomfortable with the implication.
For me, looking back at the Amanda show is really a kind of sad and strange experience. Knowing that as years went on, Amanda and Dan's relationship would take a turn for the worse. It is also bittersweet to watch knowing what the women were dealing with behind the scenes. He became a worse and worse person to work for.
Dan called me at home and he asked me if I was conspiring against the company. Because if I find out that you did, you're never going to work for Nickelodeon again.
I did not kill my dad.
Damn it, and the commercials are ridiculous. Ain't this like this is like the 7th one going into the 8th. I don't think I can cut the, did I cut the media down?
Friend, I did this, man.
At least they're short, but god damn. Know why I pay premium on YouTube, so I wanted to watch commercial. This motherfucker say 30 seconds, son of a bitch. Shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap house, with dope boy now. The game so cold, but us so hot. Same old shit, still on the block. Same young nigga came up in the trap of dope boy, fresh with dope boy now. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy now. Dope boy, fresh with dope boy now. Same young
Dan, it got worse and worse as the season got on. Because I was a first-time writer, I didn't know what was acceptable and not acceptable. And so Christy and I both did things that were uncomfortable. Dan was showing pornography on his computer screen. He'd asked me several times to massage him in the writer's room and in the studio. And he would...
This is a lady named Jenny Kilgan, writer at the Amanda Show. Jenny, you ain't tell nobody, you didn't tell your subordinates, human resources, or anybody that Dan was showing porn, there is sexual harassment. Homeland Security has not raided Nickelodeon after this documentary at all. Dan Schneider's still out here living his best life. They worried about Puffy.
Dan was showing pornography on his computer screen. He'd asked me several times to massage him in the writer's room and in the studio. And he would say things.
So he asked you, a grown woman, to massage him in the writer's room, and you declined, I'm guessing, but you thought it was normal because it's the same woman that said she saw Amanda massaging him and they thought it was normal. So you, an adult, you felt uncomfortable. You was like, hell no, but you thought it was normal. A child did it. So you seeing this, he's showing porn, he's asked you, and you didn't report this to anybody. Y'all people ain't shit.
Some like, can please give me a massage? I'll put one of your sketches in the show. And he would always present it like a joke, and he would be laughing while he said it. But disagreeing with Dan or standing up for yourself could result in getting fired.
Uh-oh, something going on with the app.
One of the worst was we were in the writer's room and Christy about high school, which is relevant for running for a young girl. And Dan was just...
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna show this. I gotta see if I can download this shit.
Said, if you leaned over the table and after you were being sodomized and told that story about how she said no at first, and then kind of like, oh, come on, honey, just do it, it'd be so funny. And was kind of laughing too, because he's making it like this big joke. She couldn't get it. So she just leaned over the table and did what I asked her.
Do you remember Dan asking you to act out being sodomized? Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
That's a yes.
I mean, it's not that I'm not proud of it, and I'm also like, ugh.
I don't know what they said. Act out and put the closed captioning on and see if I can find it. Damn, this is closed captioning. Okay, English. Let's see what she said. He asked her.
And everyone's kind of laughing too, because he's making it like this big joke. She couldn't get out of it. He's big in her. So she just leaned over the table and did what I asked her to do.
Do you remember Dan asking you to act out being sodomized? Yeah, I'd rather not.
Oh, do you remember Dan asking you to act out being sodomized? She'd rather not answer that.
Over the table and did what I asked her to do.
That would be.
Do you remember Dan asking you
Christy
to act out being sodomized? Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
She's a writer saying this. She wasn't a kid actor.
I mean, it's not that I'm not proud of it, and I'm also like, ugh. Thinking about it now, yeah, it's like, oh boy, I just think of that poor girl and what she had to, go through. Yeah. And I would not do that today.
Why the fuck didn't y'all tell then?
But I did it then.
It was upsetting to watch because I knew Christy at this point, and
it's ID, the old Discovery, but I'm watching it on the HBO app. So I know it's for sure on the HBO app. I don't know how you go about getting ID.
Feel at all comfortable.
It's probably included in the Max. I think I saw it where Hulu had it too. It's probably on a lot of streaming things. Check Netflix, but it's definitely on Max. I know. I had been hearing about it, like I said, the past 2 weeks, and I just was like, until all this Diddy shit. It's been non-stop Diddy coverage to where people aren't even talking about this anymore. And I just want to know when the feds are going to raid Dan Schneider and Nickelodeon. Because that's one of the things they're saying P. Diddy was doing, was having the minors, even though they ain't got no evidence. They got plenty of evidence of what this guy was doing. Oh, yeah. Do they really believe he just kept it in his brain? He just kept it on camera? He didn't actually act out on any of these sick perversions?
Complaining to him about anything that might make him feel like, oh, there's a girl in the room.
Do they have it on TikTok with the visual?
She's killing the vibe. You don't want to be viewed as the person that can't take a joke. It was probably the wrongest thing I've ever seen happen to a woman in a professional environment ever. And then all of a sudden, I had heard about mid-season that having the writers split their salary was against the rules for the show. So I called the Writers Guild to ask them if that was true. Can there be teams on the show? And they said no.
I was just saying, dang, I could screen record it, but it's still gonna have freaking commercials in there. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it for the members only live tomorrow when we show the visual part 2.
I actually have that. I have that. I have all that shit.
Commercial free?
Of course.
Okay, well, cool. I don't have to screen record then. That show was like, I'm gonna need some space and some memory. Cool. The audio visual man, he wipes it. He paid extra to not get the commercials. Well, if this is the I think this is the $15.99 version. Which one do you have? If the $15 version got commercials?
I don't know. I get it with DirecTV.
Well, maybe this is the $15 version. I don't know which one it was. I know when I initially looked for it on the YouTube, because they had like the whole thing up there, but it only played the first 22 minutes. And then when I clicked on that, that's the option it gave me. Try for $15.99. And then I did some looking around, and I found it. I got the hookup. I'm not complaining though. I was just saying that I was just thinking about, because I was going to screen record it, and I was like, fuck, the commercial's going to be in there. And you can't pause the screen record without stopping. So it would be, that's too much, because that would be like 5 videos, and then I would have to put them in the editor and put all 5 of them again. We'll work with Gabe, the audio visual man, tomorrow. Truth Hurts Gabe, we'll work with him tomorrow. Oh, I have the background. Since Truth ain't coming back tomorrow, I'll have Gabester. We'll have the Gabester background.
All right.
I don't know how it's gonna look. I don't know how it's gonna look with the screen sharing thing going though. So there's that. It only works when there's 2. See, if you do the solo, everything's cut off. This is the only way I could probably fix that, is to use smaller font, but that's no fun.
Jenny told me this, and I was going like, wow, they were trying to...
No commercials through the cable provider. I don't believe it.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Oh, because it did give me that option too, but no, you said what cable provider? Like, nah, just download the app G.
Pull a fast one.
Dan called me at home, and he asked me if I was conspiring against the company. He had found out that the guild was now requiring him to pay for our separate salaries, and he wanted to know if I was the one that made that happen. Because if I find out that you did, you're never going to work for Nickelodeon again, or for any Viacom project. I was terrified, because I'd never seen him quite that scary before. And also, you know.
But did you do it though? If you didn't do it, you would have been all right.
Angry too. He had gotten caught doing something ethically wrong, and said, if I find out you told on me, I'm going to do something even worse to you. You're not going to work again.
I think things started to change with Dan. You could feel his presence. When he walked on the set, the crew could feel it. He wasn't the happy guy making jokes anymore.
Are they gonna talk about what happened to Drake in here? I gotta see. I see y'all going off.
There was a few times when he came down that he lit everybody up.
Dan yelled a lot. Dan was like a tornado. He'd come in and like, you'd be like, wow, okay, what just happened? Dan showed up. The set would not feel the same when he would leave because, you know, I think everybody was on their toes, scared. He could literally be nice and then mean and then nice and then mean, like throughout the day. So one minute I'm like, I've got Dan wrong. He's really nice. He's supportive. And then like an hour later, I could be like, this guy's scary as hell.
We were all feeling near the end, paranoid, uncomfortable. It was just a bad vibe. We all felt.
How you know what happened to Drake then? Has Drake been out here speaking about it? How you know what happened with him? Raina, why in the fuck you change your life to? We was ready for y'all to be on the stoop, and then all of a sudden I said the 31st, she tricked us. And Can't Handle the Truth, what the hell is that on your name? What did Can't Handle the Truth name say? Cruella. Why are you Cruella now, Can't Handle the Truth?
Like, you know, the axe could drop at any moment. It was our last week.
I had a woman that bills herself social justice not talking about this. Has she even, well, I don't know. I was about to say, has she even talked about Diddy? Probably not. But she's supposed to be about social justice.
Of work for season 1 of The Amanda Show. I had this meeting at my manager's office, and by the time I got in my car to go back to the office, I had been fired.
Dan, it basically owned all of your time, your weekends, after work. And Christy had done 2 personal things during the season. Like she had gone to a concert on the weekend and she had friends over one night. And she basically got fired for that.
It just felt very vindictive that that it was 3 more days of being paid. So I went back to temping and I had nothing.
Right.
I went down to the studio to meet with Dan about season 2. He said, here's the deal. We're bringing you back for season 2, staff writer. We're offering you a 16-week contract, but you need to work the whole season, which was, I believe, 27 weeks. He was telling me I had to work 11 weeks for free. And I was devastated.
No, Mad talking about where I was asking how somebody that bills themselves on social justice not talked about this. And I said, have they even talked about Diddy? That's what I'm saying. YouTube, if all that comes up in your timeline is people in the mukbang, T-sector and shit, it's pretty fucked up. It's a pretty limited view of life. But yeah, he was talking about, I think he was saying he don't see she didn't did no shit on Diddy or this in her paperwork.
Because I'd proven myself. I'd written well. I paid my...
None of these people have sued or anything, so there isn't going to be any paperwork.
And he said, this is all the money that we have. Now, meanwhile, he hired a white male at full salary, no credits, first job. But he's asking me, second season on the same show,
no
credits. You have to work 11 weeks for free.
Damn. Dan Schneider denies Jenny's claim and states that he had no control over salaries. They probably did tell Dan to go try. They probably told him to try, but yeah, Lil Rod, there's a lot of people arguing with me on TikTok saying he worked for free. And I'm like, well, that's his fault then, because they give you a contract up front. As she said, this guy comes to her before season 2 and say, this what we doing. And she took out of that conversation with Dan that you gonna work for free. And I don't think she took it. You skip it back. I think she said, fuck you, I'm not working 11 weeks for free. Lil Rod, why did you do all that work and you want us to believe you didn't get any money and you told us how you were away from your family and all that? Your family should be calling you the biggest fool on earth if you spent time away from your kids to work for free. Because, you know, when you don't get paid anything up front or an advancement, you're kind of at the mercy of what they want to give you at the end of the project. That's why it's stupid.
My dues. And he said, this is all the money that we have. And meanwhile, he hired a white male at full salary, no credits, you know, first job. But he's asking me, second season on the same show, and you have to work 11 weeks for free. I lasted 4 days in season 2.
Oh shit, she went. So you went for the free and no credits. Oh shit.
Dan gave us this assignment, asked all the male writers into his office and left me out. Then he called me in and all the men were standing and Dan was behind his desk and he said, okay, pitch your idea. I pitched my idea, and he's
Snow Cold. What in the white app is philo? I've never heard of this at all. Gabe, you heard about it?
Nope. New to me.
Yeah, that's the white people shit. Is that like, I don't even know what to compare it to. Tubi?
Said, didn't you used to do phone sex? Just like that, like out of nowhere.
The weirdest shit ever happened to me this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. My backup phone that I don't even know the number to it. I just call when I'm doing something on my Mac. I'll use it to talk to people when I'm on my main phone or doing some shit. I don't even know the number. But my phone has been ringing all fucking day and I don't know none of these numbers. I be Googling them, they're not coming back to shit. So I finally called back one of the numbers after like 3 hours and they're like, yo, we looking for the maintenance man. They said, call you. We need to get in my apartment. I'm like, what the fuck? You got the wrong number. And they sent me a picture of my number on the apartment people's thing talking about the holidays and they're going to be closed. And if you have any maintenance issues, they had my number on there. I'm like, son of a biscuit. So yeah, that's been going on all day. That's the weirdest shit ever. They texted talking about, hey, I need to get in my apartment. They told me to contact you. The wrong number, G. It was a missed typo. They fucked something up.
I was like, no, Dan. He was like, didn't you tell us, didn't you say that last season that you used to have a job like that, something like that? No. I was destroyed. I went outside, I was crying, I can't do this. So I went home and I quit. And it was so devastating. It was so hard to let go of that job. But I mean, I just couldn't do it anymore. There's no way I was going to be the only woman in that world with him. No way.
4 days, he didn't make it through the first week.
I was at my temping job. I get a call from Jenny. I'm suing Dan. And I remember thinking, like, it just took me by surprise because we were all afraid. We're all afraid. That's why just me and Jenny are talking to you. Like, people are afraid of him.
The reason I did it was because I didn't want this to be happening to other women in the future.
She said, hey, can you write a letter on my behalf? And I said, of course I will.
And so then I hired a lawyer and started blowing whistles. So my lawyer filed complaints against the production company for gender discrimination, hostile work environment, harassment. Yeah, and in response, they did an internal investigation. And they settled, but it had a lasting impact on my career. I mean,
Hey, baby. Okay, hold on. I'll be with you in a second, okay?
I knew that this was the end of my career. So
there is a minute and 56 seconds left. We're going to end it there. And then part 2 will be the visual on members only tomorrow.
better be worth it. Like, it better stop. And to learn that it didn't stop.
The country. Look at International Snow Code. Okay, then. Where you at, if you don't mind me asking? You in Mexico? You in Puerto Rico?
No, probably Canada.
No, oh yeah, Canada is close. Now I think it is snow. If Detroit got snow, Canada and shit probably got snow too. I have no idea what the fuck BFE country is. I'm black. Who?
It means like middle. It means like. How do you explain that? Like middle of nowhere, like someplace never heard of.
Y'all had snow last week, E. Brooks. I seen several videos and stuff saying, say you from Michigan without saying you from Michigan, and they were showing snowstorms and shit.
It was all for nothing.
So the snow
The Commander Show was Dan Schneider's first show, and he had a complaint against him for gender discrimination and creating a toxic workplace on his first big show that he did. So a lot of the seeds of the issues that we see throughout Dan Schneider's empire were there from the beginning.
How safe can any kids be in that environment if that's how the adult women are being treated behind the scenes? And on Dan's shows, there was always this kind of murkiness in what was appropriate and what was inappropriate.
I don't like this.
But there would be even bigger problems down the line with actual pedophiles on set.
Wow.
Van Nuys Division officers have arrested this suspected child predator charged with kissing and touching a 9-year-old girl. But officers believe there may be more victims.
Okay, hold on. Read. In response to producers' questions, Nickelodeon has stated it investigates all formal complaints as part of our commitment to fostering a safe and professional workplace. We have adopted numerous safeguards over the years to help ensure we are living up to our own high standards and the expectations of our audience. Should have put in your employees too. I guess that's where they're gonna end it. That's episode 1. I would say I'm gonna enjoy doing this series, but not the actual topic. I just enjoy not engaging in the bullshit. I'm in a better space when I'm not engaging in the bullshit and I'm doing hashtag content that matters. It may not matter to the ops, but it matters to me. And it matters to y'all because y'all are here watching it. Y'all know what's going on. And I'm sure y'all get tired of the bullshit sometimes too. Not saying that I'm not going to indulge in the bullshit ever again, but I'm not going to do it as much. If y'all noticed, since I'm not actively beefing with people and stuff, my vocabulary I hadn't cussed as much.
Improved?
Well, yeah, I won't say improved. I hadn't cussed as much. Because I've always had a nice vocabulary that I use every blue moon, but I hadn't been cursing as much. I hadn't, I'm just in a better place. I'm in a peaceful spot. The ops wouldn't understand. You got anything?
Nope.
Well, as soon as I could, I got to see what my baby want. My partner talking about he on the way. Hey, who made that to, I guess, do this here song or this beat that I'm doing in the background. I got the hook already. Just got to write verses. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to make the Gabster background. So you won't cry tomorrow. You get out your feelings. Oh, I know why she's up. She went to sleep at like 7:30, 7:45, and I was gone. I was waiting on my partner, so I couldn't go fucking live when I wanted to. Which as soon as she go to sleep, I'll be going live as soon as she go to bed. Oh, where's my music? Brand background music. Could we do 2 songs in one? Now we possibly could. I just gotta write. It's easier when you're working with somebody. I just gotta write a verse instead of 2. That won't be a problem. Well, since we don't have anything else, and because Who Made It is coming over, and probably gonna be on the song for the beat that was playing in the background the whole time, I'm gonna take it out with a jerk me and him did. I out-rapped him, but that's not important. It's okay. we're a team. Yeah, somebody got to come in first. Somebody has to come in first. Coming in second to you sang both when you're on Team Jamaica. It's no thing. We both got medals.
True.
Yeah, y'all.
Peace.
She jogging, she want me to get her. She all on my Facebook, she all on my Twitter. She sending me picture text, she all on my telephone. She love the hell out of me, can't get her to leave me alone. She jogging, she want me to get her. She all on my Facebook, she all on my Twitter. She sending me picture text, she all on my telephone. She love the hell out of me, can't get her to leave me alone.
Can't get her to leave me alone. She all on my email, she sending me text messages, she all on my voicemail. She say she my biggest fan. I don't know what's wrong with her. She started on Facebook and followed me on Twitter. She all up on MySpace. She sending me naked pictures. I just got a boost mobile and shouted to chirping nigga. She want me to get with her. I'm thinking about going in. I asked if she has some friends that don't mind joining in. We back at the hotel. I call up the MoneyBoy. Shawty a real freak cause she breaking out sex toys. She giving us all head, pussy and titties right. I'm pulling them X pills. I'm giving a straight pipe. I can go all night. Baby, can you hang? Call me Joe Witherspoon cause I wanna just bang bang. I can go all night. Baby, can you hang? Call me Joe Witherspoon cause I wanna just bang bang.
She jogging, she want me to get her. She all on my Facebook, she all on my Twitter. She sending me picture text, she all on my telephone. She love the hell out of me, can't get her to leave me alone. She jogging, she want me to get her. She all on my Facebook, she all on my Twitter. She sending me picture text, she all on my telephone. She love the hell out of me, can't get her to leave me alone.
Yes indeed, baby girl just hit me up on tweet. Don't waste my time. Girl, best believe that I'ma be the one that you need. Just take a look at me, I'm fresh to my waistline. Waist down, crown, hold the bankroll, hands down, ain't I? Higher than the extraterrestrial, she all on my zipper now. Thank you for my testicles. I'ma be the only one that's ever been the best of them. Just don't start acting all crazy like the rest of them. We can have something good, kinda like forever. If you don't mind being number 2 or kissing on Heather. Oh, is that too much? Well, it really doesn't matter. I get girls by the dozen. Aunties, sisters, and cousins with a world-class car to fit the girls in.
She jogging, she want me